and welcome back to Not a Watch Snob. I am your host, Bill, and today we have a watch that is meant for the adventurer in all of us. A watch that is meant for both exploring the great outdoors or the mean streets of a concrete jungle. A watch with a hidden surprise.
Is the surprise that it looks like a tutor?
God damn it, Jerry, that's not the surprise! This is Escudo watches. The history of this brand is as follows. Founded in 2021 by Simon Correa and Richard Johnson, inspired by the relentless courage and visionary spirit of the early Portuguese and British explorers. Escudo watches are conceived, designed, and developed in the United Kingdom and Portugal, using the industry's best Swiss-made movements and collaborating with quality watch manufacturers from the UK and Switzerland. Each watch is hand-assembled and tested to ensure satisfaction. The Escudo brand name was taken from the name of a shield, as well as an old Portuguese currency called Escudo, which was actually before they incorporated the euro. And these watches are pretty badass. The specs of this watch are as follows. Its reference number is 021224422. Its case is 39mm. It has a 316L surgical grade stainless steel case that is polished and brushed. It has a 12.8mm height, a 20mm lug width, and a 47.5mm lug to lug. The movement is a Swiss-made Escudo caliber 1488, which is a base Sellita SW200, no date. Supposedly the movement is decorated, but there is no open caseback. It has a 38-hour power reserve, 26 joules, and a frequency of 28,800 BPH. It features a sapphire box crystal with anti-reflective coating, a unidirectional bezel, hands and markers are actually silver, and it's waterproof of up to 200 meters or 660 feet. And it has Super Luminova on both the hands, markers, and bezels. The pros and cons of this watch are as follows. I would have to say 99% of this watch is attention to details. Now, I'll point out a couple of key points that I think are really attentive, such as the bezel. I love the Portuguese flag up at the top. I think that's really cool. If you look at each one of the pips on the bezel, you can actually see a number, which is just, it actually looks really cool up close and personal. I love the markers. I think the compass in the middle is really cool. I also love the crown. I mean, it's this really cool cross, I guess you could say shield, sort of, you know those old Spanish coins? It kind of has that cross on it, which looks really good as well on the crown. But the coolest attention to detail is this case back. They have this little Cote Genève, or whatever you want to call it, fleur-de-lis, I don't even know what you'd like to call it, on the underside near the lug. It looks really cool. And I just think overall this watch has a lot of great attention to detail points. The band is really nice, the case back's incredible, like I said, the crown and that bezel clicking noise is just music to my ear. Oh yeah. But one of the biggest cons I have to say is I just think the dial is kind of plain Jane. I mean, I don't know, it's such a matte blue dial. I just wish they added a little bit more to it, maybe some discoloration around it would really make this dial stand out, some Ginza waves. Something like that would just really give this a better aesthetic, in my opinion. I mean, I do like their logo, I like the writing on the dial. I just think that the dial itself is just too matte for my taste. So I think they really missed the mark on the dial. However, like I said, the attention to details overall throughout this watch are definitely there. Pro. The lume on this watch is to die for. Everything from the bezel to the markers, they're all different types of lume. It's like a green and a blue. I think that looks really good. The second you step inside from being outside, it just pops right in your face, and that's what you want out of lume. I think that that's definitely a high quality lume that they put on. I know it's Super Luminova, but I think it's a high quality look to this watch that makes it really unique when it's on your wrist, especially when you come inside after a nice hot day. Another pro has to be the presentation. I think they did an excellent job with this presentation. It almost looks otherworldly, kind of adventure-y. It looks like a fucking Uncharted video game. I just think it's an overall really great presentation. They come with a bunch of different nifty gifties, as well as a little pick to actually get your band off, which it's just, like I said, presentation is king on this watch. I also really like their name, believe it or not. At first, I thought it was kind of a goofy name, but it's kind of grown on me. Escudo. It sounds really good. I wish if I had the Escudo. I'm gonna get in trouble for that one. I really do like the name now. I think Escudo is a great name to have for this watch. It really sums it up, that adventure spirit, and it really gives it kind of this exotic name to it. Plus that coat arms, I don't know what you call it, the shield with like almost that conquistador little cross on it, really is a nice touch. I gotta give them credit where credit's due. That's a solid in-your-face sort of imagery, so I like that a lot as well. And finally, the big surprise. If you breathe on the dial of this watch, on the glass of this watch, it actually reveals that cross symbol. It looks absolutely stunning. But another thing to take your breath away is the price tag. $1,400 for this watch. I personally think that price tag is a little steep for my collecting taste. But honestly, there's definitely going to be collectors out there who will want this watch. Like I said, it kind of has this Tudor-esque, but a little bit better than Tudor-esque look to it, which draws people's attention. So I think, again, the $1,400 is a little bit steep in my opinion, but like I said, there'll be collectors out there. I mean, you can spend $3,000 and get a Tudor. So it's like I said, it's a little steep, but the quality, the attention to detail is definitely there. If you would like to check out Escudo watches, go ahead and check out their website. Just look up Escudo and you can find wheels, steals, and deals on their website. Also, go ahead and check out notawatchsnob.com for all the best prices on some other Swiss-made watches that are the lowest price is around. I guarantee it. I can almost guarantee it, or your money back. Check me out, notawatchsnob.com. Check me out on Whatnot, Not a Watch Snob. And thank you so much for joining me. I'm not a watch snob, and neither are you. Good night. Escudo.